Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. So in today's video guys, I wanted to talk about royalehigh's current player count. A lot of people have been like talking about, the player count in royalehigh being lower than it's supposed to be, and a lot of people are getting worried about it. So I just wanted to talk about it in today's video, but before we do, be sure to subscribe and turn your notifications so you never miss a video, because we're on the road to hitting 6,000 subscribers on YouTube, and we're trying to speedrun to 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2024. Now let's get into today's video. So guys, if you didn't know, the player count has gone down for royalehigh, and I had a lot of people on Twitter talking about it, to the point where the majority of the community is like, stop talking about it, it's not that deep. And honestly, I 100% agree with them. You guys, we all know royalehigh's player count is dropping. If we go to the front page of Roblox, you can see royalehigh is at 5,000 players right now. It is currently, at the time I recorded this video, it's 7 a.m. It's spring break. Player count is always going to be low in the morning, because who was up playing Roblox at like 7 a.m. But anyway, you see other games are low in rating and low in players as well. Look, welcome to Bloxburg, that usually has like 50 on average to 100k players on updates. First few months of updates, obviously the player count is higher. They have like on average 100k players, and right now it's at 12,000 players. You see like the hood is low too, 7,000 players, but the game is around the same player count. But yeah, Dress to Impress, 43k players. Usually it has on average 70,000 to 100,000 players. And if we just look at all of these games, some of my friends have been playing these, but if we just go to the discovery page, you could easily see that almost a lot of these games, obviously except for Brookhaven and even Adopt Me, the player count is low. And usually in the morning, it's obviously going to be low. Brookhaven never is low, that's crazy, but you guys, you can't get too upset and obsessed with it, because in all honesty, we know that royalehigh's player count is going down. Even despite the fact that it's spring break for a lot of people, the player count is still low for royalehigh. It has like 8,000 players on average now. 8 to 10,000. It's continuing to go low, but when a game that we have begged to update for so long, we have asked royalehigh to update. We have sat there and begged this game to be better, and when the game does not want to be better, there's not much that we can do. This game has so much potential, but the developers going back and forth, between trying to change and trying not to change their old and new ways, there's not much that we can do as a community. So eventually the player count is going to drop even more. And I know people are concerned about that, but honestly, if I'm gonna tell you the truth, Barbie and Lance do not care. And I know that they don't care because they literally said they don't care. I don't have the exact screenshot, but there was a time where somebody in one of Launch's streams, or Barbie streams, I think it was during Barbie streams, someone in Barbie's stream asked if they're okay with the player count being lower and lower. The game used to have 70k players, now it's even lower. royalehigh literally said that they do not care. Even when we had the Halloween update, the game never surpassed 100,000 players. It only went to that point once, and it never came back from that. So the only way that royalehigh is going to get more players is if they A, fully drop the new school, B, come out with monthly updates, and C, try to be in contact with their community more. I'm not gonna compare Dress to Impress with royalehigh. I don't want to create any drama with that. I know people are saying, well, Dress to Impress has more players, and Dress to Impress is this, and Dress to Impress is that. But honestly, I don't think it's right to compare two entirely different games from each other. royalehigh is a roleplay game, Dress to Impress is a dress-up game. Let's not compare the games. Let's not say, well, one game has this and one game has that. Honestly, it just doesn't make any sense, and I don't think it's right to compare the games, and I hope I'm not disconnecting from the Wi-Fi, but you guys know what I mean. Let's not compare games. Let's not get upset because royalehigh has less players. Honestly, And of course I disconnected. Never mind. But you know, like, it's bound to happen. It's really bound to happen. There's not much we can do. We have tried to reason with the developers. We have tried to get the developers to improve. And a lot of people at this point are going to move on. And it's sad because this game used to be one of the most popular games on Roblox. One of the top 3 games. It used to be Adopt Me, Royale High, and Bloxburg. That were the top games on Roblox. But, you know, things happen and eventually games die down. Royale High might be one of those games that dies down, and honestly, I get it. Some people are not attached to the game, and other people are just too tired to care anymore. A lot of us are getting to that point. We're too tired to care. If a community, if a developer, or if a group of developers, I'm not trying to group all of the people who have nothing to do with this, but if people are not willing to change, there's not much we can do. We don't have any new set for, you know, a while. The only new set we have was the Starlight set. So there's not much we can do, you guys. At this point, don't get so mad about it. Don't get upset. Just stop talking about the player count, honestly. We know it's gonna drop. We know it's gonna drop. And with Royale High constantly adding things that just don't make any sense and turning around and trying to, you know, just throw things in that just don't benefit any of us at all, it's bound to happen. For example, the fruit sticker update. Who wants to pay 200 diamonds to add a sticker to their dorm? It doesn't make any sense. So that's why the player count has been dropping, and honestly, at this point, don't get upset over it. It's not worth it. It's not worth the time. It's not worth the energy. It's not worth any of that. But that's all I have to say for today's video, you guys. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to subscribe. Don't take this whole, you know, Royale High thing seriously. It's not the end of the world, in my opinion. It's not worth getting upset about. It's not worth being stressed out about. But yeah, that's all I basically have to say. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, or if you feel a little bit better about the situation, be sure to subscribe. I'm not saying I don't care. I really do care about, you know, this game, but if a game is not willing to change, there's not much the player community can do. Eventually, people are going to move on, and Royale High is going to be one of the games that a lot of people, unfortunately, are going to move on from if the developers don't take that chance to improve. So that's all I have to say. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye, everyone!